Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I take care of my worm bin and how I collect my worm casting. So let's get to it, shall we? I thought I'd give you a little update on my worm farm. This thing is actually pretty amazing. I started with about just a little over 1,000 worms, and now I think there's, every time I move a little bit of dirt, I see hundreds of worms, so I'm sure this thing has multiplied like crazy. I only feed them oatmeal, also some cornmeal. I just sprinkle it everywhere and under the soil on the edges. And but a few days ago, remember I made the juice with my juicer, and I had a whole probably 2-3 pounds of pulp, and boy did they go crazy over that stuff. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just dump my whole pail right on there and inspect, and because I have a feeling something's going on. I'll explain in a second. Okay, see this pile? Worms hate daylight. So they're gonna go, I'll give it a couple of minutes, and they're gonna go deep. Then I can scrape the whole top layer, and they'll all be casting, okay? Once I do that, I'm gonna start seeing worms again, and they're gonna go further down. Then I can do that process again, scrape the top layer, brand spanking new casting, and until I'm down to just a little bit. And that's gonna give me some nice casting for my pots, which I need. This is my pile after 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, and there's not a worm in sight. So I know they've gone deep to avoid the sunlight. So now what I can do is scrape the whole top surface and collect all the casting, and put all the unprocessed stuff in one pile, and put the casting in another pile. And mind you, a couple little worms in your casting is not gonna hurt anything, because worms in your dirt or soil helps. So a couple of worms in your mixture is not gonna hurt anything. Oh man, that smells really, really earthy. Look at that. Pure casting. So now I'm gonna put that in my bucket for casting, and continue to work on my pile. So, okay, well, I did the first layer. Okay, I took about a 1/2 inch off the whole top, discarded of all the unprocessed newspaper, veggies, and whatnot. And here is my casting. Look at that. Ain't that nice? So now it's already been 5 minutes or so. So now the worms have gone further down, so I can scrape another layer on top. Well, here's half of my worm casting. I'm laid it on a piece of cardboard in the sun. I want to dry it somewhat, and that's half of it. Look how pretty that is. Really, really earthy smelling. Really nice. So here's a close-up. Look at that. There's a few little things in there, but that ain't a bad thing. Can you see the little egg right there? Right there? That's a little cocoon, worm cocoon. You see that little worm right there? There's gonna be a whole bunch of those coming out of that little egg. And there's hundreds in that soil or casting, as you would call it. So that's really cool, and I've noticed as I went through, I've seen, you know, many of them, and I've seen many little worms like that. So that's a great sign. There's got to be a few thousand for sure. It's just incredible. Just all over the place. Look at this. It's just all over. That's a good sign. That means if there's little babies and there's cocoons everywhere and there's that many worms moving, that means they're happy, right? Okay, they're all put back in a brand new tub, and to start the process over again. Now all I gotta do is give him some shredded newspaper. In my case, I use useless phone books. I just cut little strips like this, see? And I just fluff him up like that. Go like that. See that? With this phone book, I make paper cups, and I take care of my worms. This stuff is really handy. That's the perfect bedding for them. Now all I gotta do is moisten it up, and they'll be happy. Plus it keeps the bottom all kind of moist, isolated from anything else. And the thing is, they will also process this phone book. All this phone book is gonna come back into soil one day, and it won't take that long. That in 6 months it'll all be soil. Now how easy is that? Now I'm just gonna wet it down. You don't want it wet, but you want everything kind of moist. There we go. I'm just gonna open the corners there and put a little cornmeal. A little bit, just to give him something. Start over, you know. There. There we go. There. So now, we're just gonna put the cover on this. Back in my other tub, and put it away. My tub is back in action. We'll revisit it in another 3-4 months. There you go, folks. I'd say I got close to 10 pounds worth. Took about 2 hours. It was a fun little project. Alright guys, on that note, this was Gardening Friends. I'm your host Scott, and this is how I do my worm casting. We'll catch you on my next video. Bye.